By now, I'm sure you've seen the video of a protest that happened near Beverly Hills, California a few weeks back that turned violent. But then a minute later, it turned into a street dance party. And that's all thanks to a guy named Ricky Rebel. And he joins Real America Now to talk about this. Ricky, thank you so much for coming on the show. 3.4 million views on, I think, the YouTube video in just a few days over this.
Yeah.
And I love what you did. You took a violent situation between pro-Trump supporters and who knows what. I don't know if they were BLM, Antifa, whatever, but they were violent protesters. You did a flash mob, turned it into something positive in a dance party, and gave me a whole new appreciation for the song YMCA. So fill us in, Ricky, on how you came up with this MAGA, because I'll tell you, we all been dancing it all day in the behind the scenes here.
Oh, awesome! I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much for having me. It was just one of those situations where some people came to me with this great idea, and I said, "Yeah, I'd love to be a part of it." And we came together, and I produced it, and I recorded my friends on the tracks, and it just came together. And we wanted to write something very positive, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't have anything negative, anything mean to say about anyone. And just write something fun and happy and uplifting, because at the end of the day, I think conservatives love to have fun, and
we do.
It's just
we do,
right? We like to have fun.
We party too. I don't know where this narrative came from that only folks on the left like to have fun, and conservatives are old, boring people with a stick up the you-know-where. That's a bunch of bull. And I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that means you're a conservative and you have conservative values. Some, I'm sure not all, like most Americans, we're a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But you actually support our president.
I do support the president. I support the Constitution, the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. I love all of those things. Mm-hmm. And it's weird being that way in Hollywood and also part of the LGBT community.
That was my next question, and I just asked let's call him a social media friend of yours. I know you haven't met Maga Hulk before, but Maga Hulk was out there that day. Yep, you know him, Stephen Davis. He was out there that day at the peaceful protest for the MAGA folks while you did the flash mob song, and he and I were pointing out the fact of breaking through the narrative that the black community does not support Donald Trump. And that's another narrative, that the LGBT community should hate Donald Trump because he's homophobic and his policies are horrible for the gay community, yet you, sir, are gay and support the president. Now, why would you do that and go against your community? I'm being a little facetious here.
Well, I know, right? Like, I feel like Trump has done a lot for the community. He wants to end AIDS in 10 years. He's committed to ending AIDS. That's amazing. That's what I said on the red carpet at the Grammys when the paparazzi were yelling at me, telling me, "I hope your babies die," for wearing the Trump Keep America Great Again suit by Andre Soriano.
So tolerant.
So they were telling me, "I hope your babies die," and Trump hates your kind. And I was just like, he wants to end AIDS in 10 years. I mean, it's a mic drop. And he also wants to decriminalize homosexuality around the globe. He's giving free HIV medication to gay people. But there's more to me than just my sexuality. You know
Thank you. You're more than that, right? You don't only identify as a gay man. You identify as a lot of things: an American, an artist, a patriot.
An American.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you. Don't let them label you and put you in that box, right, Ricky? That's what they want to do.
Exactly.
Put us all in that box and label us.
That's why I want everybody to check out my new single. It's called American Rebel. It's on YouTube, and it talks about not putting rebel in a box, because
nice.
It's impossible. It's impossible to do that. I go right, I go left, and that's just the way it goes. You know, I have liberal values, I have conservative values, but at the end of the day, I support the president, support America, and our freedom to choose and vote for whoever we want to.
Yes, thank you. I want to roll this video, because if folks out there have not seen it, obviously 3.4 million already have. This is Ricky Rebel right here, showing up, flash mob, taking that old classic from the 70s, YMCA, making it MAGA. This in the middle of a protest that had turned violent from one side to the other. Cops were there. Let's just roll it and show folks, and then we'll talk after.
Altercation still around.
Ricky Rebel. That is great. Thank you so much for standing up for the president, for coming out and telling folks in that community it's okay if you support the president. Don't be boxed in, don't be labeled and shunned by your community if you do support the president, that it's okay. We wish you the best in your career. You want to come back on the show sometime? We'll talk about new music or new stuff you're doing.
Oh, yeah, I would love to come back. I love One America News. And I just want to say a big shout out to Alice Butler Short for letting me record here in her beautiful home. She's the founder of Virginia Women for Trump, and she let me record here.
Hey, do you have those cool boots on, by the way? When you were singing in the video, you had those cool boots on. Do you have those on?
I do, and I wore them just for you. And I'm going to show you my special red carpet move. Are you ready?
Yeah, this is the one that got you all the hate.
Well, one of them.
Yeah, one of them. Ricky Rebel, thank you so much. See, we appreciate every single American that supports not only conservative values, the president, and just common sense. Doesn't matter if you are gay, straight, transgender, black, white, yellow, red, blue, in between. We want them all on One America and Real America because this is the real America. Ricky, thank you, man.
That's
Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Don't go away.
Maga,
I'm going to get real on Joe Biden when we come back.